just like to give it a second, but just want to thank everybody who gets a chance to watch this now or later. If you watch this at a later time before after the live, I appreciate it. And if you have to watch this presently during the live, I also appreciate it. Again, my name is Rich Fontaine, and this is Daily Motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over again until they become habit. And I appreciate you taking your time today. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. So I want to start over with the angel numbers. So if you stumble upon this episode on purpose or by accident, this message was dedicated and made specifically for you. So our angel number is for 204 for episode 204. And 204 is: angels surround you with God's healing love. Open your heart and mind to receive this divine gift, which is bringing blessings to you. I'll repeat that. Angels surround you with God's healing love. Open your heart and mind to receive this divine gift, which is bringing blessings to you. So blessings, blessings, blessings all around. And yes, again, if you stumble upon this episode, this message was for you. So today I want to talk about a quote that the great mentor, the leader, the master, the incredible international Toastmaster Les Brown told me once. And he said, Rich, you're going to fail your way to success. You're going to fail your way to success. And that's what I loved about Mr. Brown, is that he was really honest, always honest with his audience and the people that he spoke to. Versus, some speakers want to give you a lot of fluff, and they want to, gas you up and blow you up and tell you all these things. Oh, it's going to be easy. I had a speaker once say, man, in 6 months, your life's going to change. In a year, your life's going to change. And, my mentors like Jack Canfield and Robert Greene and Les Brown, they always were very honest that, man, this is a process. Miles Monroe said, this is a process. And you're going to continue to move towards this process. But it's not going to happen like that. Now, the levee can break just like that, meaning after time of collections of energies of all the things and efforts that you put in, then finally you reach a critical point where things just start to happen for you. But leading up to that is you're going to fail your way to success. You're going to fail your way to success. It reminds me of like me and my wife, that I think back about all the bad relationships, all the mistakes, or all the women that I dated, and all the things I've done, and all the mistakes and bad things and negative things that led me to a really good relationship. But I would not have the good relationship if it wasn't for all those bad things and learning from them. See, I have a quote I like to listen to, that you don't lose. Either you win or you learn. You never fail. You never lose. Either you win or you learn. So if you could take any mistakes and you keep constantly learning from them, all the mistakes. I remember just the other day, I sent out an email to some potential customers and about my Right to Grow Rich step-by-step guide. If you never checked it out, you can check it on my website, Right to Grow Rich step-by-step guide. And I gave him a 50% discount when it was only supposed to be a 30% or 25% discount. But he purchased it at the lower discount. I said that was my mistake. I put in the wrong numbers. You learn. And then I changed it. But that's the process of, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things that aren't the best. That doesn't make you smile. You're not saying like, oh man, I'm killing it right now. No, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what a bonehead move. You're going to make bonehead investments. You're going to make hire bonehead people, sign bonehead contracts. I've done it all. But as I keep seeing, I'm learning from these things, and I don't let them affect me in a negative way. I see the propellers moving further and getting me to a higher place and a higher vantage point every single time, because I'm learning. So if you could be a scholar at whatever you're trying to accomplish and say, hey, I moved forward, I made the mistakes, and I learned from them, that's how you get better each time. T.D. Jakes talks about success as a ladder, steps. And each step, you're just moving up. And so on this step right now, wherever you are, it's a step. And in that step, you're going to make mistakes. But when you make that mistake, you learn from it. And when you can learn from it and advance from it, that's when you move up another step. But he said, don't die on the steps. Don't get so bogged down from the mistake that you made that you stop moving and climbing up further. Because when you stop, that's when you lose. You only lose when you stop. Like somebody told me in investments, you only lose money when you sell at a lower price. So you only lose when you give up, when you stop. But if you continue to move up that ladder, learn from all your mistakes, and this is all aspects of life, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your relationships, your business. You know, we have this saying in construction, I've never seen a perfect construction job. I've never seen no mistakes happen in a project. And, you know, being a project manager at the time, you know, we used to laugh at that because it was the truth. I haven't ever been to a project where there wasn't some type of hiccup, some type of mistake. But if you learn from that mistake, you don't do that in the next project. And then you get better each project as you move forward. And that's what makes a really good contractor. But you're going to fail your way to success. You're going to hit the roadblocks. You're going to hit a wall. You're going to fail at some things. Some things you wanted to happen fast, it did not happen fast. Some things you wanted to happen quickly, just didn't happen quickly. And some things that you really thought was going to blow you up, and it did not. And that's just part of the process, which is nothing wrong with it. That's the thing you have to know, is nothing wrong with it. As long as you're learning from it, that's how you get better. And I'll leave you with this. When I used to do math, people thought, man, Rich, you're really good at math. I'm like, I'm really not that good at math. What I used to do is, instead of reading through the entire project, what I would do is I would go through the examples, and I would try to solve the example myself. I was just trying to solve the example myself. Why? Because I wanted to get my brain moving. I wanted to figure out, okay, what are they doing here? And then once I could figure out what they were doing, I try to answer the problem. And then if I answer the problem and it was wrong, then I go back and I look at, okay, what did I do wrong? I got it now. Then I implement that into the next example to get the next example right. And as I could go through example, I start getting them correct. I actually learned how to do the problems. And that's just a great indication of life. As you make mistakes, you try to figure something out that you don't understand, and you don't always try to go through outside sources. Everybody's an expert, everybody's a teacher. Not really, but everybody claims to be. But if you yourself can sit down and really try to dive in, like when I read books, I highlight and I try to dive in. I try to fully understand what they're trying to tell me. And if I learn it myself, I try to implement that lesson. And if I fail at that lesson, then I say, okay, there's something else I don't understand, and I try to keep learning and learning and learning. And as I learn from my mistakes, I grow from them. And so you're going to fail your way to success. You're going to fail your way to a happy relationship. You're going to fail your way to good parenting. You're going to fail your way to good physical form and good physical fitness. You're going to fail your way to business success and financial success. You're going to fail your way to it. You're going to fail your way to it, but it's okay. As long as you learn from each failure, each mistake, and you're constantly being a scholar, you're constantly looking and breaking it down, and you never give up, that's when success is right around the corner. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. If you stumble upon this episode, please look to the front of the video to check your angel numbers that were made specifically for you. Hey Jazz, thank you for watching. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. Either you can agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Love is love, and I appreciate all of you. Namaste.